Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yomi. My name is Yomi and I make college, art, and travel related videos. And for today's video, I'm going to be telling you 101 travel tips for you to travel with. So I've traveled to over 20 different countries. I don't even know how many countries and cities and regions I've traveled to. But I'm 22 years old, and in the past 4 years I've traveled to so many different countries. So I have a lot of different travel tips for you. So the first tip is someone always needs to know where you are. If not someone in the country, then your family back home, your friends, your teachers. Share your location with someone that you trust so that if anything happens to you, they know. Number 2, make sure that you have the proper documents, visas, vaccines, etc. Always check if you need a visa. I've seen so many stories of people needing visas or vaccines and being denied at the airport because they didn't have these things. So always double check. 3, always bring your passport. Even when traveling to Europe, always bring your passport with you in the airport when you travel or on the bus. Number 4, always make sure that you have 3 things on you in the airport, on the plane, and when you arrive. Number 1, your wallet. Number 2, your passport. And number 3, your phone. And always keep them in a safe place. Like, try and keep them together, the 3 objects together, so that you don't have each of the objects in different pockets, and so it's not easy for them to get lost. Number 5, what's your goal when traveling? Know what your goal is. Is it to meet locals? Is it to go to museums? To see landmarks? To see nature? To go hiking? Everyone has different ideals. Find what works for you. Number 6, what travel do you like? Try and figure it out. Do you like hiking, adventurous travel, rural travel, lesser developed countries, big cities, friendly communities, resorts, beaches? Everyone has a different ideal of what travel means to them. So the more you travel, the more you'll figure this out. Number 7, what city and country should you go to? It depends on what you like. What language do you speak? What are your hobbies and interests? Just because Joe Smo liked going to Cambodia or going to New York City doesn't mean that you'll love it too. Everyone likes different things when they travel and likes different countries. Someone could love Romania and maybe I won't like Romania. Who knows? Number 8, who to travel with. Friendships often end on international trips, so be careful who you travel with. Me personally, I try not to travel with friends because I've heard so many stories of my friends going on trips with their best friend, and then by the end of the trip, they're no longer friends. So be careful who you travel with. Also, traveling with family can be stressful, so sometimes it's best to go alone. Number 9, do you want to stay at a fancy hotel, in a traditional hut, in a cabin, in a tent, with a family, in a village, or in a hostel with many people sleeping in the same room? It all depends on your comfortability. So the more you travel, you'll figure this out. Number 10, don't travel based off the country, but travel based off the region. Florida, New York City, the mountains of Colorado, Boston, and Hawaii don't look the same. It's better to decide on a specific region to travel to rather than a specific country. Because if you end up going to the US and you go to California and then you're upset that it's not like the mountains of Colorado, you're going to be disappointed. So try and pick a specific region that matches your ideal of the country. Number 11, follow the law. This is not your home. Don't do anything crazy. You're a guest in the country. Number 12, become a part of the culture. Don't be a visitor, become a part of the culture. It's more enriching to experience the culture as an insider. Number 13, book museums and tourist attractions days and even weeks in advance. They sell out quickly. So for example, the Louvre, Sagrada Familia in Spain, the inside of the Eiffel Tower. Book those days in advance, sometimes even weeks in advance. Don't wait until the day of, because the day of, there aren't going to be any tickets left. Number 14, don't take pictures of people you don't know without asking. It's very rude, it's very disrespectful. Oftentimes people will go to lesser developed countries and they'll take pictures of the locals without asking. It's very rude. If they can see you're taking a picture of them, it's rude. But if you're taking like a candid shot that's street photography, that's okay, but always just think about the ethics of taking a photo of someone. Number 15, identity. Not everyone will understand your identity. It's not their job to understand who you are. It's your job to understand who you are. So not everyone will understand your race, your sexuality, your culture, or your religion, and you're going to have to get used to that when you travel. Number 16, take lots of photos and videos. In 20 years, there will be many memories from your travels that you won't remember anymore, even 2 years down the road. So take photos to aid in your memory. Number 17, everything isn't about a checklist. Sometimes it's better to repeatedly visit the same nation that you love as opposed to always going somewhere new. Because if you keep on visiting the same nation, you get to build community and see friends and people that you love. 18. Some regions you'll like, others you won't. If you disliked all 5 of the countries that you went to in the Caribbean, why go to 5 more countries in the Caribbean? Try somewhere new, right? Number 19, respect the worldview of others. It's necessary to understand that your way of thinking isn't necessarily better. It's just different. You come from different cultures. Number 20, follow local customs. If you shouldn't talk on the train, don't talk on the train. If you shouldn't show public affection, don't do it. It's their culture, not yours. Number 21, always check which airport you're going to. Some cities have 2, 3, or even 4 airports. You don't want to show up at the wrong airport and miss your flight. Number 22, speak to someone in their specific local dialect and they'll give you the world. I'm not talking about a language, but a specific dialect, right? With their specific vocabulary, they'll love you. Number 23, never disrespect the police. Do what they say. You don't want to go to prison. 24, always be kind and friendly. Always. People in other countries are not your servants. Number 25, don't expect anything to be the same in a country, whether it's gestures, facial expressions, manners, mannerisms, table manners, restaurant etiquette, literally anything. Even toilets are different in every single country. Number 26, don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes you'll do things that are offensive or inappropriate, but it's because you don't know any better. You don't know that that's offensive in the culture. You can't know everything. So don't lose nights sleeping without sleep because you just feel so bad because you did something inappropriate. Number 27, don't go hiking alone. If you do, let people know where you are. Number 28, don't go to adventurous locations alone. Waterfalls, mountains, scuba diving. Let people know where you are, and it's best to go with a friend or with a group. Number 29, you'll get lonely at times. Connect with the local community. Contact family and friends back home as well. Number 30, fun things to do. Museums, go to parks, movie theaters, go hiking, wake up early to see the sunset, go karaokeing, try local food, go to markets, bookshops, go to castles, take a day trip to another region. Those are some fun things you can do. 31. If you want to practice your language skills with someone and they keep responding in English, it's frustrating. Tell them to continue the conversation in the language that you're practicing and that you want to practice. Otherwise, you'll never get better at the language. Number 32. Always check your reservation location. If you're staying in Bangkok, don't book a hotel in Chiang Mai. Sometimes reservation sites will show hotels in other cities too. So you'll accidentally book a location in a city an hour away or a few hours away. So double check. 33. Ladies, don't follow random men. Don't do it. Don't do it. No one should follow random people, but especially there are men who will take advantage of women. Number 34. Traveling to many different countries in a short time frame is exhausting and isn't good for your health. Doing that for a few weeks a year is fine, but constantly being on a plane or train every 2 or 3 days takes a toll on your mental health. Try not to do that long term because you'll become mentally unwell after a while. 35. People around the world eat different animals than you're used to. Try to be respectful. Different animals are taboo in different cultures. In some cultures, people eat horse. In other cultures, people eat snake. Try to be respectful of other people's dietary restraints. 36. Don't be afraid to ask for photos with people you met. Most people would be happy to take a photo with you if you had a great conversation with them. Number 37. Drugs. Never, never do drugs. Never bring them. You could go to jail for life, depending on the country. Never bring drugs. Never do drugs. Especially not in a country that's not your home country. 38. Be careful financially in your dream destinations. Set aside more money for them because you will always end up spending more money in your dream location. You'll want to buy every single souvenir. If you've loved Japan your whole life, you're going to spend so much money there because you've been learning about Japan for so long. You're going to spend so much money. So be careful financially. Number 39. Respect the language. Always greet in the local language. Don't expect people to speak your language. Don't expect people to speak English. Greet in the local language. Try and say a few phrases in the language. Number 40. If you're staying in a country for a long time, a few weeks, a few months, it's cheaper to go grocery shopping than to eat out every night. Save money. Number 41. No country is safe. None. All countries have very safe areas and very dangerous areas. Think of what areas you're going to. Number 42. Countries don't tend to speak one language. There are often many regional variants and different forms spoken in common language versus formal language. That's important to know. 43. Never bring anything illegal in your bag. Why? Some airports will make you take everything out of your bag, even your checked bags, as soon as you enter the airport. This has happened to me. Like, I entered the airport and the police told me to take everything out of my bags, my checked bags, my cabin bags, everything. So if you think, oh, no one's gonna know I put something in my checked bag, sometimes they will, and you'll get arrested. 44. Enjoy the little things. Visiting universities, going to grocery stores, trying local candies, trying the local McDonald's, going to bookstores, sitting in parks. Do what you like. Try the cute little things that seem small but are fun. Number 45. Bargain, but do it well. Someone may offer you something for $200 US when it's only worth $5 US. So bargain well. Number 46. Don't bargain in a disrespectful manner. If someone is an artisan or an artist or a seamstress and makes the art or clothes themselves, it's best to give them the price they asked for. They worked hard to make that product and they usually don't make that much money. So give them the price they asked for. Number 47. If you are able to speak the local language, try to only speak the local language in public. If merchants hear you speaking English, they'll charge you more, 2 or 3 times the price. Number 48, make sure you have WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. People around the world use different social media platforms. If you don't have one of these three platforms, some people, you'll never be able to contact them again. So if you want to make friends abroad and you travel a lot, try to have at least those 3 platforms. 49, people may touch you or take photos of you, especially in East Asia. It's not malicious, but it can be annoying sometimes, so be aware of that. Number 50, in small islands, there's not much to do. Just exploring nature. So if you have like a vacation booked on a small island with not a lot of people, there's usually not much to do except just seeing the nature. So don't expect movie theaters and other crazy things, right? Number 51, not all racism is malicious. There are some words and phrases that people have been taught in school and by their parents and by their friends that they don't know are offensive to you. It's difficult to deal with, it's annoying to deal with, but also try to understand that some people don't understand what they're saying. 52. Don't Uber everywhere. Take public transport or walk. You'll waste so much money if you take Uber for everything. 53. If you go on a date with someone, share your location with your family or friends. Let them know where you are. At least let someone know where you are. It's safe. 54. Official language. Just because a country speaks a language doesn't mean people speak the language well or fluently. Be prepared. I've been to so many countries where French is an official language or English is an official language, but a lot of the locals don't actually really speak the language. Like maybe they know a few words or maybe they speak it in a broken manner, but don't expect people to be 100% fluent in all the languages that like they're supposed to technically know, because yeah, they don't always know these languages. 55. Realize your privilege. Even having the opportunity to take an international flight makes you richer than many people around the world. So be grateful. 56. You can't travel to all of Australia in a week. And this is a generalization. You can't travel to big countries like Brazil, the USA, and Russia. You can't travel the whole country in one visit. They're too big. Go to one state, one city, 2 or 3 cities in one region. You can't go to the entire country. 57. Getting lost isn't always bad. It helps you explore a new part of the city. That's how I went to Gangnam in Korea, because I got lost on the bus. 58. Romance. It's different everywhere. Kissing, cuddling, public hugging, who pays for the date, it's different and people have different standards. So don't be surprised if your date has a different standard than you for romance, for what should be going on during the date, or if someone's moving too fast, because it's different in every country. 59. Always check baggage requirements. You may have to pay $200 extra in baggage fees if your bag is overweight. So be careful. 60. People live in the country. Their job isn't to serve you. They live there even when you're not there. It's a vacation for you, but a daily life for them. Be respectful. Number 61. If locals tell you to not go to a certain area of town because it's dangerous, don't go. Don't do it. Just heard of someone dying in Puerto Rico because they didn't listen to advice to not go to a certain region of town. Number 62, don't be getting sloppy drunk halfway around the world in the middle of the night while you're alone. It's not safe. Drink with caution, especially at night, especially if you're a woman. I've gone to so many countries and I've seen people getting sloppy drunk, and then there will be people trying to take advantage of them. So be careful. 63, if you're traveling with a group at night, don't venture off. Also, don't leave your friends. Anything can happen at night. I saw a story of a girl visiting the Dominican Republic and things went south. She disappeared and they didn't find out what happened to her. 64, the ocean is dangerous. Be careful. Great swimmers drown. Strong waves kill people. There are dangerous animals. In the same story I just told you about the girl in the Dominican Republic, she was by the ocean and people thought maybe she drowned. I don't know if they ever found out what happened to her, but the ocean is dangerous. I almost drowned in the water once and I'm a pretty good swimmer, so be very careful. There are dangerous animals, sea urchins. Even if you're a great swimmer and you've been swimming your whole life, you can drown. You can get a cramp in the water. Be careful. Number 65. Race is a social construct. It's different in every country. In some societies, you're brown. In others, you may be black. In others, you may be something in between. So realize that people will perceive you racially different in every country you visit. 66. Always listen to locals. Their ancestors have lived there for hundreds of years. They know the land, the plants, the animals, and the landscapes. They're experts. They're scientists in this field. You're not. Listen to them. 67. Adjust to the customs. It's not locals' jobs to adjust to you. The locals aren't rude or backwards thinking. It's their culture and worldview. They're living lives how they normally live life. It's you who needs to adjust to their way of thinking. 68. Look up if it's safe to be outside at night. Listen to locals. If it's not safe to be outside at night, don't go walking around, especially in certain countries. 69. When traveling to a rural area, be extra prepared. Mosquito repellent, extra food. Be prepared when you're going to rural areas. 70. Don't feel bad for the locals. They're living their life just like you're living yours. Despite their social class, that's all they know. It's not your job to save them. I remember I met someone from Germany who was saying it's so sad that I live in the US because it's so terrible living in the US. And I just was like, what the frick? Like, I like my life in the US. Like, why are you looking down upon me or feeling bad for me? So don't do it to other people. It's not nice. 71. Peanuts. Many people around the world are not allergic to peanuts, even though a lot of Americans are. So don't be surprised if a restaurant uses peanuts in their food, especially in Thailand. Ask at a restaurant if you have allergies. If you have deadly allergies, ask what are the ingredients. 72. Public affection. In some countries, men shouldn't touch women. Like, they shouldn't even touch like women that they're friends with, right? Like even like hugging. Like, it's not something that's like acceptable in some religions and cultures. Number 73. LGBT. It's not socially acceptable in all countries. In some countries, you can even be killed. So always research beforehand. Don't go around telling people your sexuality in certain countries because it's dangerous. 74. Don't let taxi drivers scam you. Don't let taxi drivers scam you. Always book an official taxi, not a random person who asks you to get in their car. Taxis have official rates. Make sure the meter is on. In some airports, there are official rules for the taxi services and they may have a specific rate. If the taxi charges you more, argue and don't pay them more. For instance, in the Paris airport, if the taxi driver is driving you into Paris, they can't charge you more than 55 euros. They're supposed to charge you exactly 55 euros. So if they charge you more, they're scamming you. 75. Always check to see what is the cheapest option from the airport. An $80 Uber or a $10 bus to the city center. 76. Where to stay. Booking.com, Airbnb, Hostel World, Woof, like woofing programs. Those are some good options for choosing accommodations. 77. Be careful with Airbnb. Airbnb causes housing prices to go up, forcing locals out. Gentrification. Try to only use Airbnb in locations that don't have many accommodation options. So like in big cities, try and use a different accommodation platform. 78. Try to do at least one paid for activity. Like maybe if you're somewhere for a week, you can just walk around, talk with locals, go to parks, just walk around, see the nature. But at least for each trip, try and at least do one thing that maybe that's a fun excursion, whether it's $100 or only $20. Like, go to tripadvisor.com or viator.com and they have some amazing activities like horseback riding, camel riding, guided tours, museum visits, and you'll find all different prices, so you can find something that works for your budget. 79. Respect the religion. No twerking in churches. Dress appropriately at mosques. Don't speak badly about the local religion, because in some countries you can go to jail or even be severely hurt by not respecting the religion. Some people will want to harm you. 80. Racism. It exists in all countries. In most countries you may just be verbally insulted. In other countries, conflicts between specific ethnicities can be violent. Always research how your culture is perceived in that country. It's okay to lie about your ethnicity if you feel you're going to be in danger if you tell someone what your ethnicity is. 81. Dress accordingly. In conservative countries, don't wear a crop top. Check to see if it is socially acceptable to have tattoos showing in the country you're going to. If it's not, then wear long sleeve shirts. 82. Watch out for pickpockets, especially in Europe. Always make sure you have your wallet on you. Number 83. Watch out for scammers. Someone who offers to hang out with you for free. Sometimes they're just genuinely nice, but other times, like, you'll just be walking in the street, a person will see you, usually a man, and they'll be like, hey, you're a tourist? You'll say, yeah. They'll say, come walk with me for 5 minutes. I want to show you somewhere, and then I'll leave you alone, right? I just want to show you this cool place. And then they'll walk with you for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, and then they'll make you pay them for showing them around. It's a scam. 84. Don't touch wild animals. Dogs, cats, monkeys. They may bite you. Don't touch them. Don't pet them. Once I pet a cat in Malta, it was so sweet. It was like, oh, it was purring. It was like cute. And then it scratched me. 85. If you get in a fight with an animal, get a rabies shot immediately. That very day, that very hour. Sometimes an animal will bite you, but you won't feel it. Like, if you end up getting in an altercation with an animal where it scratches you or the animal is on you, get a rabies shot. Because sometimes, like, you don't see that the animal bit you and you don't feel it, and you'll end up dying of rabies. So, because if you don't get treated for rabies, then you die. So, get rabies shots if you encounter an animal. 86. Don't swim in random lakes and water. They have pathogens. You can get very sick. I almost died because of this once. 87. Don't swim without water shoes. I also almost died because of this. I got stung by a sea urchin. Jellyfish, sea urchins, and other things can harm you, so always try and swim with water shoes on. 88. Watch out for tourist scammers who will do something without your permission and try and make you pay. Like, they'll take a photo of you and then force you to pay. They'll write henna on your arm and force you to pay. Like, when I was in Tunisia, a lady grabbed my arm and wrote henna on my arm and then tried to make me pay. And then I started running. But that can also be dangerous because sometimes people will be aggressive when you don't pay. 89. Western privilege. When you come from the USA, people think you are extremely wealthy. Be careful. USA, Canada, Australia. People think you just sit in money all day, which is kind of true. With the global standard, we are very wealthy. But that doesn't mean that I can pay for a car for you or a truck or buy a house for you, right? So be wary. Be wary, always giving people money because people will always want more. 90. Not all countries have public transport or even taxis. In small islands, you may have to rent a car or walk everywhere. Number 91. Not all countries and islands have Ubers, taxis, or shuttles out of the airport. In some places, you have to pre-arrange your transport or you have to rent a car while you're there. I've been to many islands in the Pacific Islands where you get from the airport, and if there's no one there to pick you up, you'll just be at the airport forever. So always text your Airbnb host or the booking host and say, hey, like, how can I get from the airport? Number 92. Don't buy your souvenirs at the beginning or at the end of the trip. Buy them in the middle when you've already looked around and compared prices. Because at the beginning, you'll buy something and it'll be 40 USD. And then you'll continue your trip and you'll find the same thing for only 10 USD. Because a lot of tourist shops, they sell the same exact thing. And don't buy your souvenirs at the end of your trip either, because sometimes you'll run out of time and then you won't be able to get anything. Number 93. Souvenir shops don't just sell objects from the country. They scam you. All of the souvenir shops. They sell idealistic things that represent vacation. So you'll think you're buying something local from the culture, but you'll find things that are Hawaiian, that are from the Pacific Islands, that are from the Caribbean, that are from Jamaican culture, that are things that are made in China. Like tourist shops all around the world, they sell things from many different cultures and try and frame it as local when it's not really local. So if you want something local, try and do your research, right? 94, protesting. Not all countries allow it. You're a visitor, don't get in trouble, because sometimes you'll go to jail for protesting because you don't have the legal right to protest as a visitor. Number 95, don't get in physical fights. Jail is not fun. No. Don't ever fight anyone, don't ever hit anyone. Number 96, the local traditions. If you go on an excursion, a lot of locals will put on a show to seem more traditional or indigenous with their clothing, with them speaking a certain language, with their dances. That doesn't actually mean that it's local. That doesn't mean that it's traditional, and that doesn't mean that those traditions are still happening today. A lot of times they're just putting on a show for you. So I'm just letting you know so that you don't think it's authentic. 97. Not all countries have free water or even free refills at restaurants. Don't argue with the restaurant if they won't give it to you. Just accept that they don't have free water or free refills. Number 98. Don't get an attitude with people in public. That's not socially acceptable in all countries. In the US, that's fine. But if you go to Japan and are yelling at someone in public, that's not socially acceptable. Even if the person was in the wrong to begin with. Number 99. Elder respect is important in most societies. Almost all societies. Respect elders. 100. Don't run from dogs that bark. They will then chase you. It's dangerous. Just try and walk away and be safe. Number 101. In some countries, walk around with rocks or a stick. They're necessary to use against the dogs because in some countries, the dogs are very passive, the street dogs. In other countries, like Wallace and Futuna, the dogs are very violent. Even the dogs in Mexico, in the region I went to, they'll chase you, they'll bark at you, they'll try and bite you. And I have two bonus tips. 102. Just because you visited one city in the country doesn't mean you understand the whole country. Countries are diverse. If you visit Paris, France, it's nowhere like Toulouse. It's nowhere like Auvergne. You got to visit different places to actually get a feel of the country. You're not an expert because you went there for 5 days to one city. 103. Beauty standards are different in each country. In one country you may be unattractive. In the next country you may be perceived as more beautiful than even Angelina Jolie. This may come with unwarranted attention that you're not used to. So just know that in each country you'll be treated differently and you'll be viewed as different levels of attractive. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my tips. This is 101 travel tips to help you for your travels, especially if you want to become an avid traveler. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like a part 2 and I can make more tips because I have so many more tips to give. But that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.